Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. Touchline Talks out here, doing a match review. Tottenham versus Chelsea. Tottenham nil, Chelsea 1. Oh boy, where do we start, man? Where do we start? Where do we start? Another disappointing derby, if you may say. I don't know what it is with the big games. It's beginning to seem like it's just an overhype on Twitter, overhype on the media, and then we tune in to watch these games, and it's just a disappointment. It's just disappointment. Like no team seems to want to go for it. I know Chelsea got the 3 points today, but the performance overall throughout the game was very lethargic. Like I don't know what's going on with the big teams when they meet each other. It's like they just don't want to go for it. Everyone is trying to save face. They don't want to lose against their rivals or something. You know, I honestly just miss the good old days whereby, the Arsenal Manchester derbies, the Arsenal Tottenham, whereby players were going at it in their faces. Everyone wanted to win that game. And the most disappointing thing with this performance today between Tottenham and Chelsea was there were only 4 points between them. 4 points between them. Chelsea sitting in seventh place. Tottenham sitting in ninth place. You would think Tottenham would come in. They're playing at home. You would think Tottenham would come in blazing, all guns blazing, wanting to get all 3 points. And then you would think Chelsea, on the other hand, would be going in there wanting to close the gap on top four. So to me, it was just overall very disappointing performance. Obviously, as the game started, predictable lineups. Tottenham missing Harry Kane, and Chelsea had control right away. You could tell Chelsea had a game plan, control possession, control the game, great distribution of the ball. A little bit too much, but you know what? They're still working. It's only Tuchel's third game in charge, so I think Chelsea has come a very long way in the last 2 weeks in just their performances during the game. So Chelsea came out. They did have a game plan, and they stuck to that game plan. Tottenham, on the other hand, I don't know what they came to do today. It's like I don't know if I'm jumping the gun, but it feels like Mourinho has lost the dressing room. Mourinho has, I don't know, like this kind of reminded me of, as a Manchester United fan, it reminded me of Mourinho's last season in the Champions League against Seville. And it was like so like slow. Nobody was trying to make a run. Nobody was moving. I even remember like Pogba he missed the goal from like 2 yards out, and it was like one of those games whereby you just knew it was so boring to watch. And once again today, that's what it reminded me of, a Mourinho team that is on the verge of collapse. I don't know what's going to happen. Mourinho needs to pick this up because he might be like Frank Lampard very soon, whereby he's going to get the sack. Because how long can Tottenham fans keep up with such performances? Like, it's so slow. Nobody seems to be motivated. And it's just whatever. It's just freestyle the whole way. So, like I said, Chelsea looked organized overall. I know people might say it's only Tuchel's third game in charge, but I think he passes the eye test. I think Chelsea is going to go on to do good things under Tuchel because you can see a game plan. You can see there's a system in play. You can see what Chelsea is trying to do. I think if this was 2 weeks ago with Frank Lampard in charge, I think this game would have just been a 0-0 draw. I don't think Timo Werner would have won that penalty. I think this would have just been a 0-0 draw if Frank Lampard was in charge. And I think the performance-wise would have probably been worse than what we saw today. But, big ups to Chelsea, big ups to Tuchel. They're looking more like a team now. And as a United fan, I'm getting nervous. I don't want to face Chelsea anytime soon, just because you never really know, right? But other than that, the one person that really impressed me in this game again was Mason Mount. I think Mason Mount is really showing all the haters that he deserves to be on this team. He deserves to be a starter on this team. I know all the Chelsea fans made fun of him that, he's a Frank Lampard son or whatever favorite, but he's been showing in the last 2 games that he's up to the challenge and he wants to be a starter. And I think he deserves to be a starter. I think the likes of Harvitz need to really, really step their game up if they want to take Mason Mount spot. So so that was kind of it. Like, really, there wasn't too much. I was kind of happy with the way Timo Werner, his energy today. He seemed to be very active, running around. I still feel like he needs to have a role on that team. I feel like his role is not still defined. I feel like Frank Lampard was just playing him to just kind of get him back into form. And Tuchel right now is trying to figure out where he fits on that team. But right now, it looks like he's just playing up front and do whatever you can to score a goal. So hopefully Tuchel can find a role for him on that team, because they need to figure it out soon. It's been the commentator said it's been 13 hours without a goal for Timo Werner. So that says it all. But I think he had a really good game. I think not really good, but I think he had a good game today because he was very energetic. He won the penalty as well, which I don't understand what Eric Dyer was doing on that penalty. Like, he would already gone to ground. Timo Werner was not going to score from there. It was a matter of Timo passing the ball to, I forget who was in the box. But why do you decide to, I don't know what he was doing, fiddling with his feet on the ground. I'd rather you leave that, have Timo Werner pass the ball to a Chelsea player, and have faith in your defenders and your goalie to be able to get that ball, to be able to save the ball. But he didn't. I don't know what he was trying to do, and now it cost Tottenham this game. I honestly feel that penalty cost Tottenham the loss today, because that game was a 0-0 written all over it. I didn't really see where Chelsea was going to score, and I didn't really see when Tottenham was going to score. Yes, they huffed and puffed in the second half, but there was nothing to write home about. I think it was like one shot on target for Tottenham in the entire game, and maybe like 3 shots on target for Chelsea. It was extremely poor overall. I don't know what you Chelsea fans think. How do you guys feel about this result today? I know they had said Mourinho has never lost a back-to-back home, never lost a back-to-back home game. Finally, he's lost back-to-back home games. So he's definitely broken that record. You know what it is. I think, I'm not sure about the Tottenham fans. Do you feel like Mourinho is done? Do you feel like Mourinho out might be trending now on Twitter? What do you think, man? Do you feel like Mourinho still has a lot more work to do on this team, or do you feel like his time is up, he needs to go? Y'all leave your comments there. Let me know what you think about Mourinho. But overall, I still feel like Mourinho has a role to play in the footballing world. It's just a matter of where it's going to be. I think he needs to step down to coaching what I call the fallen giants. And what do I mean by the fallen giants? Like, the teams that were the Giants back in the 90s, early 2000s, teams like your AC Milan, those kind of teams, AC Milan, Marseille, teams that have illustrious history, but have been struggling in recent times. I think that's where Mourinho needs to go back to find himself, to find some meaning in his game, because right now he looks like a coach that has run out of options. At Chelsea, the Chelsea fans warned us when he was coming to Manchester United. We didn't listen. We were gassed. Mourinho is coming to Man U. He left, stinker, in his last season, especially his last season. And then, we warned Tottenham fans of what to expect. Y'all didn't listen. And now look at what's happened. So I think Mourinho still has a place, has a role to play in modern football. It's just it might not be on the top level. I think he needs to go to like an AC Milan, where there isn't too much of a mandate of what you need to win, but at the same time, he's able to get that team back to where they need to be. But I think Mourinho right now, he's done. I think he's done on the top level. He needs to take a step back, rethink his strategies because right now it's not working for Tottenham. And I know all the blame is not on Mourinho because, those players on Tottenham, nobody was moving. There was the one time whereby Son had the break, he got the ball, was able to go past Aspilicueta. He ran and then stopped, and then he passed the ball back, and it was just so slow. I mean, there was no energy to it, and nobody was trying to make a run. No one was trying to force like a move. It just felt like everyone was like standing mannequins. That's what it literally looked like. It was just mannequins on the field during training, and it was very poor, man. It was very poor. Like I said, Dyer cost Tottenham this game. Very, very rookie mistake, especially with VAR. What has happened this week with Arsenal, the Arsenal game against Wolves, with two red cards. You also had the Manchester United game with two red cards. What in the world was Eric Dyer thinking there? What was he thinking? He was already on the ground. His butt was already on the ground. Why are you still fiddling your legs? So to me, it was just overall poor decision makings all across the field on both sides. Sorry, guys. Looks like my internet did crap up on me there for a second. But yeah, honestly, like I was saying, there was really it was a lot of poor decision making across the field, and then Eric Dyer just really cost Tottenham this game. But overall, I don't know. I think Chelsea has a bright future with Tuchel. Tottenham, I think we might be seeing that sack coming soon. It's going to be very interesting to see if um, what's his name, Danny Levy is going to be able to fire Mourinho because I think this is it's going to be interesting to see. Does Mourinho go? Tottenham fans, do you feel like Mourinho deserves more time at Tottenham, or is this it? Is this it? Is this the best that he can do with the squad? I don't understand, man. Like it hasn't worked in a couple of games. Like you've lost two games back to back at home. You've been getting draws, poor results. Is this a time whereby maybe Deli Ali might have an opportunity here? Could this be a time for Mourinho to give Deli Ali an opportunity to show what he's got? And that's the one thing I really do not like about Mourinho is when he writes off a player, he doesn't give that player any chance, no opportunities to redeem themselves. And it's just like if he just thinks you're a waste man's, he leaves you on the side to rot. So I think maybe he needs to start figuring out that maybe Deli Ali might need to come onto this team, spark a little bit of energy. Um, Bale, I know Bale has been disappointing on all levels since he came to Tottenham on loan. But you know what? Try to figure out how can you incorporate him onto the team because he can't be earning 30 million pounds a year and sitting on the bench doing absolutely nothing. So I think Mourinho needs to change his strategies. He needs to start believing in some players. I think he needs to start rotating that team a bit because I'm seeing the same lineup week in, week out. There's no energy in there. Everyone seems to be very comfortable at Tottenham right now. So I think he needs to start making some drastic changes. Go against your principle. These players that you have written off all season, try to get them back onto the team, and let's see if Tottenham could do something. But you know what? But I think overall, Chelsea dominated the first half. Second half was really just Chelsea. It just felt like they were just, practicing on the training ground in the second half. It was like they were just practicing drills. There wasn't too much action from Chelsea. Obviously, still control the game. Like I said, Tottenham huffed and puffed, but nothing concrete. But other than that, man, let me guys know what your thoughts are. Not much to take away from the game today. Like I said, I look forward to regular games whereby it's a big team versus a smaller club, just because it feels like the derby games are just done now. Like there's no spirit, there's no energy, there's no rivalry. No one is trying to win. You look at the Man U versus Arsenal game. It feels like every coach is just so pragmatic in how they approach these big games now, and I don't know why that is, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, but yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this game. Let me know your comments. Do you feel like Jose Mourinho is done at Tottenham? Should he get more time? And maybe with the way football is going, the way the season is going, all it takes is a couple of wins, 2-3 wins, and you're back, in the top 4 race. So it's not over. There's still about 15 games left of the season. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Tottenham can manage the Mourinho situation moving forward. Like I said, Chelsea's got a bright future with Tuchel, man. You guys be patient with him, and I think you guys will see the best of Chelsea in a few months. But anyways, guys, it's been fun. For those of you who have subscribed to my channel, for those of you who have liked this channel, are supporting it, I really appreciate it. Please continue to like, subscribe, share. It really means a lot, and and it also doesn't cost you anything to like and to share the content as well. But yeah, man, that's been it for today. Like I said, there isn't much to take away from today's game. Flat overall, poor decision makings. But yeah, let's see how the season goes. But it looks like it might have to be Mourinho out for Tottenham to finish top 4, because at this rate, I don't see Tottenham making either Champions League or the Europa. But anyways, guys, like I said, last words. You guys were warned. This is Mourinho, man. This is Mourinho's, like they say, fossil football. It's just the way it is. But anyways, guys, I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to listen to me today, for tuning into the channel and liking and subscribing. Till next time, take care.